Hello people, I'm Vito and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom with Robberlink.
Hello.
So where we last left off, we defeated Odeon and Nishizu.
As you can see, the kingdom is now lost and unbound. Or false and unbound.
Yes, and we managed to surround Marik, but he's got frickin' the Winged Dragon of Ra.
He didn't summon it, though. Does that mean he could have items?
I think potentially, but I don't think he does. He does have Almighty Blaze Cannon and Almighty Blaze Nova.
Alright. So, like the other two.
Yes.
A single target and a multi-target.
And I am a little worried about Sword Stalker because he's still only level 68. Well, let's see what we can do. I think if this group dies, it'll be fine because
yeah, I think it said you lose if Joey dies.
Yeah, and this ain't Joey. Or, yeah, this ain't Joey.
It's not Joey, right? Hold on, let me double check.
Thinking. I don't know if I can confuse you or hit you with any status effect.
Well, if it was the card or game or the anime, probably not.
Oh, it works.
But in the video game...
I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I guess he can't attack all. Okay, that was fine. I could survive another hit like that. Yeah, I'm just a little worried because this is a frickin' Egyptian god monster.
I'm not. Like, I'm actually struggling to... Like, he's already down at half health now, probably.
Is he?
And, okay, not half, but... less than 2/3 of his health, and... you've only gone through, like, a few moves.
And there goes Sword Stalker.
Well. But still, there's only 1/6 of our forces.
Yeah, I guess. But poor Sword Stalker.
Yeah, well.
He didn't get to live a full life of stalking swords.
A shame.
He must pay for this. Alright, but I guess we should also get into some more anime notes so that I don't run out of time and have a ton left over. Because there are a lot of cards that are different and whatnot in these past few episodes we watched.
Yeah, honestly, I had a few thoughts, and I wasn't even paying attention to the cards, really.
Yeah. Alright, so we were still on Season 2, Episode 47.
I think I did have a question about one card that they showed when they were discussing something, but then they answered it later in the episode, so...
Yeah, we'll see if it comes up, if it's actually different in the anime, or in the card game than the anime.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just make sure no one's dying here. Okay, you could use healing. I'll do that. Alright, so I think now we're getting into some of the actual cards. Bakura used Fearful Earthbound, which does not exist in the card game. It's the one where it would cause Marik to lose 500 life points every time he attacked, because it's a continuous trap. It looked like it spawned like a Zerg structure around him or something.
Now that you mention it, it kind of did.
Although it might have actually been a face, it might have had eyes somewhere.
I don't know, it looked like it showed its face later, but like that was separate from the mouth or whatever it was.
Alright, this thing's almost dead. Yeah, so... yeah, I guess my only note was that it just doesn't exist in the card game for that card.
Yeah, not much else you can say.
And then... oh yeah, but then Yami Marik countered it with a remove trap, but I don't think that would have worked in the card game because... it's just a regular magic or spell card, which means you can only activate it on your own turn, which means it would have still... the trap still would have inflicted 500 points, and then on Marik's own turn he could have gotten rid of it so it doesn't activate any more times in the future, you know? But of course, he just activated remove trap as if, you know, he's allowed to do that in response. Oh, you missed. Why'd you miss?
How do you miss that big of a target?
Well, there goes another. You got this, boy.
Yeah.
Shadow Ghoul for the win. You can do it. Yeah, you. As long as you don't get crit as well, I think you're gonna do this for us. I think this is it. Just don't miss.
Nice.
Shadow Ghoul has slain a god.
And I did it all by myself.
It is now Shadow God.
Wow. That genuinely just took the one combat.
Yeah. Impressive.
Unless phase 2.
Yeah, I'm worried that there could be because there was 2 phases for frickin' Slifer. No, I've been tricked. None of it was true. What a joke. My Great One is nothing more than a cheap imitation. Oh, is this mirroring the anime where there's fake winged dragons of Ra?
It might be. Marik.
Go ahead, laugh. What a fool I've been.
Yeah, you've been pretty dumb. Ha.
I was thinking like, okay, haha, you feel better now? Leave me. Go and live life. It just sounds funny. I'll leave, go and live life.
You should live your life now.
At least until the real Great One really does come. Eye of Ra.
And 6 gold.
Invincible Imperial Guard. Oh no, is this gonna be Kaiba? News of Joey's victory over Ishtar soon spread? Not spreads?
It did spread. It was a spread to every corner.
Sorry, I was thinking of a different tense, maybe. News of Joey's victory over Ishtar soon spread to every corner of the Empire. Yeah, I was thinking he was going to say soon spreads. Because it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Heartened by his success, resistance fighters continued to pledge themselves to his cause and vowed to fight with him. But the Empire was not content to let this movement go unchallenged. To hunt down the Black Dragon squad, Emperor Heishin decided to send his own invincible Imperial Guard, as opposed to the regular Imperial Guard. A confident Joey decides to face this new enemy head-on. But if he had only known who was coming, it's Kaiba.
Okay, yeah, now it's definitely Kaiba.
Absolutely gonna be Kaiba.
At first, I was gonna be like, might not be Kaiba.
It's Kaiba.
Oh, no, it's definitely Kaiba.
Oh, joy.
Ain't no way it ain't Kaiba.
Alright, let me save that. Let me check if there's anything that's going to be important to do. Okay, there is something north of a base called Rumapan. Alright, and I don't think anyone I have is going to be able to use the Eye of Ra.
Yeah, no one has the Master of Egyptian Gods skill or whatever.
Yeah, okay, I guess we'll just have to go into it then. Alright. Come on, what's next? Yep, there he is. For a bunch of average duelists, you've done quite well for yourselves. But that's about to end. Even in this bizarro world, you are no match for me. I didn't expect him to use the word bizarro.
Bizarro Warudo. What did you say? I'll make you eat those words. You're going to eat those words. And just what the heck are you doing fighting for the Empire? You jerk.
Ridiculous as it may be, this seems to be the role I've been assigned. So until I find a way to end this nightmare, I'm going to play along with the idiot that came up with this story. Besides, you've always wanted to face me in a duel, little Joey, haven't you? It might prove quite interesting to do it here, don't you think? So get back in character and face me. If you've got any pride at all, that is.
You know what? I've never liked you. And I'm going to enjoy stuffing that huge ego of yours down your throat.
Alright. Okay, so Room Upon is the one we start in then? Because it says that's a lost condition if we lose it.
Yeah, okay.
So you go directly north, it said.
Going up.
Oh yeah, we're back to the place where Kaiba's story began. And that's a lot of marshals.
Yeah, if anything, I thought we were going to be fighting, the... What's his face?
Oh, Marthas?
Marthas, yeah. Actually, is he here? Well,
hold on.
oh, that was fast.
We're being attacked by roaming monsters.
Oh no.
Oh, there's the final piece of Gate Guardian. And was that Skull Knight and Pumpkin, yes?
What the frick is that thing?
Kazejin?
Oh, that's right.
Yep, Kazejin, Skull Knight, Pumpkin the King of Ghosts. Unable to dodge and inflicts damage on all enemies. Oh, you have poison on your attack now. All dark monsters a power up.
Are the other two dark monsters?
No.
It keeps getting paired with non-dark monsters.
Sucks to be you.
So funny to me.
I guess maybe hit you because you can hit everyone and you can't miss.
Yeah. Seems pretty threatening.
Oh, thanks. Appreciated.
Alright then.
If you want to do that again, I'm fine with that.
You get to live for now. You're useful.
Oh, nice, a crit on top of it. Go for a missile barrage. Hit them all. Alright, back onto the anime notes. Let's see. Oh yeah, so the whole thing with this particular Shadow Duel is as they lose life points, they start to disappear. Don't blow on me.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, because, like, it's not like it really hurt or anything, so it seemed.
It's probably just very spooky and like...
unnerving.
Yeah.
But then again, they're not really normal people. They're two evil spirits plus someone who's very familiar with the spirits.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. How much have you buffed me? 7,000. Okay. How much do you have? Still only 5,000. Wow. This is really in my favor.
Yeah, at one point, Yami Marik's like, "Look at you, you're wasting away." I imagined Bakuro saying, "Good, that will save us on our animation budget."
Yeah.
And as I saw that, I realized just how funny it is for it to imagine him saying that in that voice. Just him saying anything. "I'm going to go to McDonald's, and nothing can stop me."
And then Yami Marik's like, darn, he's right. There is nothing I can do to stop him from going to McDonald's. Alright, nice, got them. We'll let someone else do the fighting. Let's start with you. Unless you can't fit because of people in the way. That way? Oh, there we go.
You're so impatient. You know how hard it is to get this dragon out of the city? Look at its hitbox.
And then Joey can go next, so I'll queue that up. Alright, and then let's see. Bakura played Goblin Zombie. I don't know if it looked like an effect card or not, but in the card game it does have two effects. Oh, it's you. The Illusory Gentleman?
Yes.
Oh, dang, a crit. And I'm blinded. That's right. That's a status effect we haven't seen in ages.
Oh, yeah. It was important, like, once.
Okay.
And a little bit more.
And then, did you have this before? I'm not sure. Oh, and you have armor.
Well, I didn't know Robotic Knight got armor.
I guess so. You know, I could just wait until the blind wears off. As long as you're fine. Maybe get rid of him because he has so many frickin' moves and the ability to blind people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna confuse him, which means he's going to attack and potentially blind people, but oh well.
Just shoot!
Yeah, so the Goblin Zombie, its effects are that upon dealing damage to life points because of, you know, battle damage or whatever, you can discard the top card from your opponent's deck. Oh, there's his special. Oh, and that was a crit.
Ugh.
You know, just to be safe, do that. And then the other effect it has is that when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add any zombie type with 1200 or less defense from your deck to your hand. And since Goblin Zombie, I believe, was killed twice, he could have done that twice if it was in the anime. But I don't think those effects were part of it. They were probably added just for the card later on. And I think that also applies to a few other monsters that appeared. Let's see. Yami Marik's Card of Sanctity works completely different. So in the anime, it allowed them to draw until they had 6 cards, and that was it.
Okay.
So it's like Pot of Greed on steroids. But as a card, you banish all cards you control and have in your hand, and then you draw 2 cards. In which case, it's like a Pot of Greed just with an excessive cost.
Wait. Does it go for both players?
I think it does. I'm not positive.
Because if you're only...
Or wait.
Because you said banish.
I think, actually, no, it only probably affects the person playing it.
Why would you use that then?
I guess if you truly have crap cards that you're like, I don't like any of this.
Clean out your field and your hand for 2 cards.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I'd rather rely on not getting that bad of a situation.
Yeah, just have a better deck. So that your cards aren't so worthless that you want to get rid of all of the ones in your hand on the field. Alright, and then Bakura's Multiple Destruction, which... Wait. Multiple... Okay, I feel like I misspelled it, but... Huh. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired and it looks wrong for some reason. Multiple.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, that's how it's spelled.
Why does it look wrong to me? The word multiple doesn't look right to me at the moment.
I don't know. That's how it's spelled. There have been times where I see a specific word, I'm like...
Yeah, I know. It's
I have to Google check this. Is this how it's spelled?
Oh, dang, he did his special against everyone and it actually crit frickin' Penguin Soldier again.
Inconvenient?
Yes. Yeah, just use that. Okay, getting into the actual note itself and not being confused by a correctly spelled word. Bakura's Multiple Destruction works differently. In the anime, it discarded the hand, and then you drew 5 cards, costing 100 life points per discarded card. But only for the player activating it, because it also works for your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the actual card game, both players have to have a minimum of 3 cards, and instead of discarding cards, you place them, the entire hand, at the bottom of your deck, or, you know, the respective deck, in whatever order you want, and then draw 5 cards. And it says it costs 300 life points per card returned to the deck, instead of 100. And
is that also for the player using the card, or...
Yeah, I think the cost is only for the one using it, probably.
Okay.
Alright, you're out of moves. And it says it can only be used once per turn. And then after that card effect, it seemed like Yami Marik had Bakura's Fearful Earthbound card in his hand, but that's probably just another editing, you know, shortcut that they used.
Yeah.
Where they probably didn't actually put the proper card there. Yeah, and now it seems like everyone wants the secrets that are apparently tattooed to Marik's back because Yami Bakura wants it, and now Yugi's realizing, oh, I probably need whatever secret he has there too.
So, a thought occurred to me.
Yeah?
I don't think I wrote it down, but didn't Odeon, like, try to do it himself? That whole ritual thing?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same thing, though.
So yeah, that was going to be my question. So does Odeon have all that, like the same stuff on his back?
I don't think I doubt he actually knows what the ritual entails, so he probably just did something that was similar in, you know, the fact that he was getting a tattoo or whatever. It might not, it's probably not the same thing or whatnot. So I imagine it's not the same.
Alright. Pardon me.
Hello, Jinzo and Giant Mech soldiers. They get armor. And what was this? Okay, that's confusion, that's right. And you have special, so use it. Thank you. Burn them to a crisp.
Nice.
One's already nearly dead. Alright, and then... let's see, Bakura used a card called... whoops, I misspelled his name. I called him Barkua. Sorry, I was in a rush to get these notes down because I was so far behind. Barkua's card called Gurnia. It's a real card, but it has an effect that... let's see... it's allowed to be special summoned the turn after it's destroyed if it was destroyed by a card effect of your opponent. Instead of, like, just regular battle, I suppose.
It's a bit situational, but I can see that being helpful.
Yeah, and at least it's free, from what I can tell. It's not one of those things like Revival Jam where it costs like a frickin' 1,000 life points for a single revival. So yeah, I guess that probably would not have come into play anyway because I don't think it was killed by a card effect. But that's an effect it has in the card game. And then Puppet Master, sorry, the word master got to me. The Puppet Master card works a little differently, just, you know, for balancing purposes probably.
You don't just summon 3 more, like, or 2 or 3 monsters after you summon it?
It's similar. So instead of costing 1,000 life points, it costs 2,000 life points to use its effect. And in the card game, it brings back 2 fiends from your graveyard, not 3. So a bit of a nerf.
And it's specifically fiends.
Yes, and I don't know if that was specified in the anime, but I think he did use it on fiends. And also, I think it specifies on the card, just like in the anime, that those monsters summoned can't attack on the first turn.
Okay.
Okay, a duplicate group. No problem then. Just kill them. And then let's see. And I think that was the last note for that episode, so then on to the next part, which was episode 48 of Season 2, which is apparently the final episode of Season 2.
At least according to the website.
Yeah, I guess the Battle City tournament goes on into Season 3.
No, it actually ends here. They just kind of ignore the whole plot they've set up and go to something completely different.
I did seem to remember that the true finals were very long or something like that, and I guess this is why, is because it's spilling over into Season 3. So yeah, this particular episode also did not load on the official website. So we had to go back to YouTube for this one too. Let's see. Oh yeah, at this point I had another thought about Ishizu. With her ability to read the future, she could have also selectively gotten the right booster packs and whatnot to get like super rare cards really easily, couldn't she have?
I guess if she wanted to, abuse the system, but I imagine maybe one of the things about her having that Millennium item is that she's not the kind of person to do that.
But if it's for a good cause like saving her brother and whatnot... And saving the world, potentially?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it morally correct to, cheat the lottery if you're going to use the money to, do good for the world?
To literally save the world, potentially. Yeah, I think morally it's not that questionable for the frickin' cause.
Yeah, no, I never thought about that. Yeah, I guess she could have.
Get all the other rare cards that aren't super limited like the blue eyes in the anime. Alright, and then let's see. Yami Marik used a card called Joyful Doom, which is not in the card game. It's the one that reduced the tributed monster's attack power to 0 and then gave him life points equal to that.
Yeah, that was...
It seems like it was perfectly made just to be in this duel because... So in the card game, the Winged Dragon of Ra just takes life points for its attack and defense. But in the anime, it clearly does actually take the attack and defense of the tributed monsters. So this is specifically there to screw with that, to make the Winged Dragon of Ra's attack a 0.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing that works in the card game as its baseline is the special, or one of its special effects in the anime, where then you can also give up life points to give it more attack.
By the way, I think I noticed when it was summoned for Bakura, it had 0 attack, but it still had like 3,000 some defense.
Yeah, it probably took the tributed monsters as defense.
But then when Yami Marik summoned it, it had 0 attack, 0 defense.
I wonder if that's not because it was that before, but because he didn't tribute anything for it, because he was using Monster Reborn.
That could be.
Yeah, because that would make sense then. You're not tributing anything for it, so it just gets 0-0. Until, of course, the life points come in.
Yeah. Honestly, even without the whole, Raw depends on the summoned monsters power thing. Just getting, whatever your opponent's tributing, you get their attack power as life points is just, jeez. That seems really powerful. So I can see why it's not in the actual card game.
Yeah. But yeah, it is so specific that not only is it doing that during a tribute, but also turning their attack power to 0. Because why would you ever need to reduce the attack power of a monster being tributed? Other than for this specific one reason.
Yeah, that is also true. I imagine there's maybe one or two other tributes that rely on, what you're tributing, maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a common thing. Alright, and then... Next, let's see. Yeah, it seemed like, although Bakura had normal Marik with him to do the chant if needed, it didn't seem like it was needed.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting to happen. But, no. It just didn't come up.
It's still just something contrived to screw with Mai. I swear. And they're...
Oh, shoot, we gave her too much plot armor. We gotta make something up quick.
Yeah, they're only addressing it so far as, okay, Kaiba now needs to decipher it. Oh, look, he doesn't need to decipher it. He already can read it. Oh. That could be bad. if you're boosting their power, and they nearly killed Swordstalker already. Ugh. Alright, hopefully this goes okay. Yeah, you're fine. Shoot them all.
Return to sender.
Yeah.
And friends. Did you check them for, like, items and stuff?
I guess I did not. I guess I should. Whenever I can. Alright, and then Bakura used something called Dark Ruler, the monster. In the card game, it's Dark Ruler Hades. I don't know why.
Is that supposed to be like Hades?
Maybe, but it's like maybe separated out into 2 words just to not reference Hades? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the copyrights that, you know, the ancient Greeks had, you know?
The underworld copyrights. The underrights. I don't know.
No, that's our afterlife mythology. Get your own.
So its effects in the card game is that it cannot be special summoned from the graveyard, so no Monster Reborn or anything equivalent. And it protects fiend monsters from the effects of monsters that have been destroyed, you know, that your opponent has.
Huh, so it's basically an effect monster to fight other effect monsters.
I guess so.
Kind of. If you have a lot of fiends.
Yeah. I think from what I saw in the database, there are other cards that are, like, related to it. I'm not sure if they require that particular monster to be summoned or not, but they're, you know, they have that monster in their card art and whatnot. Let's see. So yeah, then there's, again, very contrived, the secret instant attack ability of the Winged Dragon of Ra suddenly being a thing.
Oh my gosh.
That felt very contrived as well.
Even to me, that's like...
Because, like, what does it matter if this only would be useful against this particular card that you happen to have played? The Vengeful Spirit of Bog or whatever.
Yeah, that...
The Vengeful Bog Spirits.
That made all monsters have to wait a turn before they could attack.
Yeah.
And also the effect, also the words.
The point-to-point effect.
Was that it? That like all magic.
Oh
cards.
no, that was another thing. Yeah, that.
Yeah, all magic cards only last 1 turn. Like, was that just on the Winged Dragon of Ra, or is that like on the whole field as long as it's in play?
Well, I'm not sure about that specifically, but I would assume if it affects the monster, then it would only last 1 turn then, but this is also like a new and contrived thing, it feels like, because didn't Yugi use like the Swords of Revealing Light against Slifer when he was against Strings? And that lasts like 3 turns.
Yeah. Yeah, like they never mentioned any of that.
Yeah, this is completely new and all of a sudden...
Unless it's like one of those things that, oh yeah, you could have done it at any time, if you know about it.
Maybe?
Which would just be a real kick in the face for how card games are played.
Yeah, or I don't know, maybe... Oh, why is it a crit? You're gonna kill him, aren't you? Yeah, you're gonna kill him. Ugh. Do I have a Monster Reborn with this group? Not on you. No, I do not. Okay, fine. Jeez. Be like that. See if I care. Yeah, I guess maybe they've gone out of their way up until this point to not use magic cards against Egyptian god monsters just so they could spring this at this point. I don't know.
Yeah. When they were talking about that, they just kind of had a few cards floating around in the void as like a background image, and one of them was Monster Reborn. I was like, are they implying that if you use Monster Reborn with an Egyptian god card in play, the monster's only going to be back for 1 turn? And that's exactly what they explained.
Yeah, which is weird.
You know, instant attack. That's
Clearly not contrived thing that definitely always was a thing.
and of course it's especially fitting to put on the Winged Dragon of Ra. Because it just is.
Yep.
It's not like, friggin' Pokemon where, yeah, Quick Strike's a thing, Nope, it's just, yeah. Very contrived.
So then you were wondering about this whole, the whole thing going on where Yami Bakura is still technically around because he's in part of the Millennium Puzzle. You mentioned, what about regular Bakura? Is he just effectively dead now?
I think he's effectively dead. Because as far as I'm aware, he was mentally, just kind of put in a little corner in his own mind, in his own body, which now has been sent to the Shadow Realm. So while Bakura or Yami Bakura and human Marik had backups, poor normal Bakura is screwed, I think.
Oh, he died.
Genuinely, I don't... Bakura, the classmate, is just dead. For all intents and purposes.
Yep, it seems that way, although I'm not sure if it'll stay that way. Hopefully he'll come back.
Well, if they do, they'll have to, give us a way of saying, you can come back from the Shadow Realm, which would make everything in retrospect a lot less threatening, because the whole thing is that going to the Shadow Realm is a fate worse than death for eternity.
But we definitely can't leave Mai in the Shadow Realm. She has to come back.
Yeah, it's true. I don't, they keep presenting it in so many different ways of being sent to the Shadow Realm.
All right, let me...
Are some ways more permanent than others?
Yeah, let me see if I can actually get through some of these last notes so we can just end the episode. First, let me switch you out so you don't frickin' die anymore. Oh, is that Metal Zoa or Zoa? Yeah, that's Zoa.
Oh, it is Marthas.
Oh, wait, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to check the frickin' Marshall listing.
I saw the name.
Yeah. All right, last few notes. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it was funny when Marik, or Yami Marik, used the point-to-point transfer thing, and he's just like a floating corner of his head, and maybe his hands.
Yeah.
Just for his final attack.
Uh.
And then, let's see. Yeah, just winding down to the end of that episode after the fight. Looks like we're getting some more lore. We're apparently headed, or they are apparently headed to Kaiba Corp Island, which is where Kaiba's stepfather was last seen, according to Kaiba.
Which is kind of weird, because, they've made no mention of Kaiba's family this whole time. It's always just been him and Mokuba.
Yep, getting more backstory. And then the very last thing I was going to mention is that Yami Marik, for a lot of the duel against Bakura, used Drillago. It does actually have an effect that I don't think came into play. It can attack life points directly if your opponent has no monsters weaker than 1600 attack and has no face-down monsters.
Wait. I'm sorry.
So basically, if your opponent only controls face-up monsters with 1600 attack or more, you can attack directly.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure,
Sorry, it's a bit weird.
Okay, so if your opponent only has strong monsters and they don't have any face-down monsters.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Although it is risky because if they have stronger monsters, they can also kill Drillago on their own turn. Was that just a generic power-up for yourself? Oops. Yeah.
Well, he's only got one move left, and he may not get to use it. Yep, nope.
Sounds good to
A
me.
lot of good that did ya.
All right, I'm just gonna real quick take a look at their marshal listing. Is it just Marthas and Kaiba, or is there anyone else? Mokuba, maybe? Who's left? No, it's just... Oh, wait, we already killed Mokuba. Whoops.
Oh.
Sorry.
Poor guy, we didn't even notice him.
Yeah, I guess not. Okay, he has polymerization, but he doesn't have obelisk, which is good. Alright, so I guess we will end this here for now then. But we shall continue this next time.
So, dear viewers, goodbye for now.
Goodbye.